Alright lads, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are going to review the game versus LOKOMOTIV Tashkent. Of course, Rangers versus LOKOMOTIV Tashkent. LOKOMOTIV Tashkent plays in the Uzbekistan Super League and were founded in 2000. LOKOMOTIV Tashkent were founded in 2002 and they came up against the famous Glasgow Rangers today in Dubai. Of course, Rangers have been training in Dubai for the past week, or for the majority of the winter break, and it's their first game of 2020, so it was interesting to see how they got on. Obviously they won't be playing their strongest starting lineup because it's just a friendly match, and friendly matches are ideal for playing players who maybe are a wee bit rusty, or young players who haven't been kicking a ball so much recently. I do want to give a quick shout out to all the fans that actually went to Dubai. I know there were some Dubai Bears already, like people living in Dubai who are Rangers fans who went to the game, but there were actually people who flew out on Friday, yesterday, and are flying back tomorrow. They came just for the weekend to Dubai, which is mad. I suppose they get to see a bit of Dubai and they get to see Rangers, as you know by the title and the scoreline, see the mighty Rangers win. So it was a positive trip for the majority of them, I assume. I hope everything goes well with travelling back to Glasgow tomorrow. But anyway, shout out to them because that is mad loyalty. And into the game, the starting lineup, we have Fods in nets, Barisic left back, Edmondson started centre back with, I can't remember who. I'm not going to look at anything, but this is just to show how little the defence actually had to do in the first half, because their names were barely mentioned. It was I think it was Katic. I think it was Edmondson and Katic. Definitely wasn't Helander, and Goldson came on at half time, so the only other person that can be is Katic. So right back was Patterson. Right back was Patterson, no Tav. Tav came on at half time. Left mid, Brandon Barker. Right mid was Shea Ojo. Three centre mids, Aribo, Arfield and Jack. Strong centre mid trio. And up front was your man Jermaine Defoe. So we started off pretty well. Shea Ojo got down the right hand side and he created the first goal as he played it in between that gap between the defence and the goalkeeper, and Jermaine Defoe does what he does best and he sweeps that one into the net. Just took the momentum of the ball and just stroked it home, just tap it in, and Defoe knows better than anyone what to do in that situation. So it was 1-0 to the famous, and we were the most comfortable team on the ball. I don't know if LOKOMOTIV Tashkent were playing like a second team or players, because it was a friendly for them as well, of course. Maybe they were using second team players and not like young players. Maybe they were. So perhaps it wasn't a true reflection on how they actually are. But you play what's in front of you. You can only beat what's in front of you. So we score and go 1-0 up. And then shortly after, Brandon Barker tried to take down his man down the left hand side. It fell to Ryan Jack. It was kind of a tackle / pass, and then it went into the path of Shea Ojo. He shielded his man off and took a touch by his other man. In fact, no, I think he just hit it first time with his right foot into the top left corner, not the postage stamp corner, the top left. So yeah, it was actually a really good finish from Shea Ojo, and he done that wee celebration, not too bad. So 2-0 up, we found ourselves in. It was comfortable from there. The only chance they had in the first half was a header from a corner which got cleared. So they headed it maybe from about 10 yards out and it got cleared maybe from 4 yards out. So that's like, Fods had nothing to do. He maybe had about maximum 10 touches from like pass backs and all that. So I know how it feels to be a goalkeeper in that situation. It's cold, you're dominating, and it's just not fun. That's actually what made me not play in nets anymore, because I played with a good team and we're dominating and I got no touches of the ball. So I know how Fods feels about that. I was just trying to get that out quickly because you're not here for me, you're here for the Rangers. And yeah, there wasn't really too much after that. Aribo had a wee scare, Ojo had a wee scare with maybe a wee slip and then maybe a wee injury, but I think both of them are all good. Both of them did come off at half time because it's a friendly, rotations and all that. So yeah, obviously that's going to happen in a friendly match. But apart from that, first half, there wasn't really too much. We tried to create chances, a wee bit of sloppiness every now and then, some careless passes, maybe not quite 100% is what we would have been, because obviously it's not our strongest team we actually had out, so a lot of the build-up play and all that wasn't making its full potential, because you don't have the likes of, for example, Ryan Kent to deliver those inch perfect balls and all that kind of stuff. So we went into the half 2-0 up, very comfortable, and we came out, we made loads of changes. Fod's off for Firth, left back came on Andy Halliday, Goldson came on at centre back, Tav came on, Ryan Kent came on, Greg Stewart came on, Jordan Jones, Kamara, Davis, all the three centre mids had changed. So Greg Docherty, so he literally made 10 subs at half time. 10 subs at half time. The only person that remained was Edmondson, I do believe. So, a completely new team and potentially a stronger team, you could say, in some positions anyway. But we started off the second half really strong and comfortable, just carried on from what we had been doing in the first half. We then made it 3 from Stephen Davis, picking it up in the midfield, driving forward. He had options left and right, but no one was really shutting him down. So he took the shot from about 20 yards out and fired it, crossbar and in. Keeper maybe could have done something about it because it was kind of central, but Stephen Davis just powered it, crossbar and in, and bounced down on the line, bounced up, hit the roof of the net. So it looked well nice. And that was at 3-0. And it's not as if they were going to come back anyway, but that put the game really out of sight and out of mind. But it wasn't out of mind because there was still 40 minutes left to play. And we kept playing, we kept trying to create stuff. Ryan Kent was doing well down the left-hand side. And, Greg Stewart was playing pretty well. Jordan Jones got booked for simulation. It wasn't as bad as Morelos' in Old Firm. There was contact, but he was kind of looking for it a bit. He got by like 4 players, and then he shouldn't have got booked, but there was contact, but it wasn't a dive, but it maybe wasn't a penalty. It's one of the grey area ones, but he got booked for it, so hey ho, it is what it is. And Jordan Jones also missed a good chance. Kamara played it to him. He hit it first time, left foot. Keeper came out, closed the angle, but you would still expect Jordan Jones to finish that. I know he's not Messi, but you would still hope that he finishes that, especially if that was in a league game or something. It's a really good chance, and you want to see them put them away in friendlies, but he didn't do that. But we did eventually get that 4th goal. Ryan Kent, down the left hand side, he absolutely rinsed the fullback, just a step over. The fullback was left on his backside. Ryan Kent then clipped it over to the back post with his left foot, and Tav was in there with the header at the back post, and it was 4-0. Pretty much an open net for Tav. So Tav will be happy to get on the score sheet. When was the last time Tav scored? Don't think it was that recent. I can't mind it, but 4-0, and Gerrard then brought on some young players. He brought on James Maxwell, and he brought on one other youth player, but he wasn't involved at all. And they didn't even have the name on the back of their shirts for this game, so it was kind of hard to tell, because if they didn't touch the ball, their name wasn't mentioned, so it was James Maxwell was playing the ball, whereas all the players call him Maxie. So he done fairly well. He looks an okay player. So 4-0 up, and going to go for 5 or 6 or 7, but it wasn't us to score next. It was LOKOMOTIV Rash Kent, the team that plays in Uzbekistan Super League, founded in 2002, as the Rangers TV commentators kept reminding us of. And they scored. Somehow it was left a 2v2, 2 of their strikers against Edmondson and Katic, I do believe, and a little flick back, a little back heel, the player fake shot onto his right foot, and just Andy Firth was way out of his line, and he just slotted it by him. I think his name was like Ali Genova, something like that. So Ali Genova made it 4-1. This was like 10 minutes left or 15 minutes left, so there was nothing to worry about. But we did keep pushing. Jordan Jones, right after their goal, just a couple minutes later, he did get taken down in the box, and this time the ref gave a penalty. He got cut back to him, he went for the shot, and the defender just clipped his standing foot, and he ended up kicking himself. on the leg, but it was a penalty. So Greg Stewart stepped up and he put that one bottom corner, and that was 5-1. And we thought game's done and dusted, but no, Greg Stewart wanted that other one as I think it was Jordan Jones driving forward from the left hand side, kind of cut inside, and he played it into Greg Stewart, and then he finished that into the bottom left corner. So that was 6-1. And you know, it was a decent performance, not the best performance, but 6-1, you can't complain. I'm sure Gerrard will be disappointed about the goal that we conceded, but it's just a friendly. Everyone's just getting back into the swing of things. We do have the big Scottish Cup game on Friday against Stranraer, so that I hope we put our strongest team out, because it's good to get a good start back after the winter break, unlike last year, which we don't want to talk about. So Lokomotiv TASHKENT, you know, it'd be interesting to see if you watched the game. How would you rate them in Scottish football? Would you rate them? Obviously, we don't know if that was their first team they put out, but the team that they were playing today, how would you rate them? I'd probably say like championship, maybe like relegation, in the Premier League, because I mean, you know, the relegation teams in the Premier League, Hearts and Hamilton, they're dug meat, so you know it's they could possibly be in contention with those teams. But let me know what you think. How would you rate the Rangers team out of 10? Who's your man of the match? My man of the match, the Rangers TV commentators were saying Patterson in the first half. I think that's maybe just because they were excited that a young player was playing, you know, reasonably well. But there were good players out there. I do think, well, Ojo done well, we got a goal and assist. I think Greg Stewart done well when he came on. Ryan Kent played really well, but it's hard to judge a man in a match off of one half. Like, every player only played one half. But if you're to say that, I'd probably go for Kamara had a solid game. Let's go for Greg Stewart. He played well when he wasn't scoring. Although he did score the 2 goals, he did play well. So, you know, there it is. So lads, that's the end of the video. If you did like it, please do leave a like. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, both are in the description. Comment your thoughts of the game and anything else you want to comment, and subscribe. So I'll see you next time. Bye.